Hello, everybody, and welcome to Icarus. This series is going to be basically from the perspective of somebody who has a pretty good amount of experience in the game, but starting completely fresh on an entirely new profile, level 0, and I kind of want to basically just experience the game from the beginning again, but with all of the knowledge that I've accumulated from my other playthroughs, and I guess kind of progress through the game in as smooth and efficient a way as possible. My goals are going to be start off on Olympus, get a hard mode open world base kind of set up on Olympus, do some leveling, some basic missions to gather exotics and Ren, and basically take my playthrough from there, once I've leveled up a bit, into Prometheus and focus on getting red exotics from a hard mode open world on that map. So that's kind of the game plan. Um, really, I just wanted to play this game from the start again. I absolutely love this game. I've been watching a lot of content creators recently and was kind of inspired to make a series of my own. There hasn't been too much Icarus content outside of a couple creators that I've been watching frequently recently. So hopefully other people out there who want to watch some more Icarus videos might enjoy this. I'm by no means an expert at this game, but I do have about 100 hours on my main profile. I played through a lot of the missions and I know a pretty good amount about the game. So if you're a new player, maybe watching this series, I'm kind of going to try and explain my thought process and the absolute sort of, in my opinion, best way to get started. So, as you can see here, this is a level 0 character. I've done literally nothing on it except gather about 1,100 Ren on the character. So the very first thing I would recommend that you do is basically go into the missions on Olympus and
Welcome
repeat
to
this mission
Icarus, friend.
on hard mode, hardcore
UEA
mode,
says we gotta drop you in a safe, well...
and repeating that mission will get you 50 Ren in about 1 minute. Every 1 minute you can get 50 Ren just by dropping in, um, getting back on your ship, and loading back into the space station. And you get 50 Ren in like literally 40 seconds. So just repeat that a bunch of times and get yourself set up with some basic Ren, because what you're going to want is some of the items from the workshop. This is really going to set you up for a much smoother start. Um, the key items that I would 100% recommend getting are number one, the S5X Envirosuit. This will give you a suit module slot as well as both oxygen and water slots. This will make your life so much easier. Just being able to stick that canteen and oxygen tank into your suit, forget about those systems, and enjoy exploring. The next thing I would recommend is getting the survival backpack. This will give you 5% movement speed, some extra inventory spaces, and some nice bonuses in terms of resisting fall damage and sprains. This one is kind of just a luxury. I went ahead and grinded the whole 1,000. But pretty much to get all the gear that I'm about to recommend, you're going to need about 1,000 Ren. So, almost 20 of those dropship runs, and you'll be able to get it. So this is a mass dampener module. This will give you 10% more movement speed. And then the most important things are the Hulu canteen and the Liway oxygen tank. And to get all of those things, it will cost pretty much exactly 1,000 Ren. I went ahead and did a couple extras just to get a little bit more Ren. But let's go ahead and buy those items. So we will buy and research the SX5 here, craft that up. The survival backpack, craft that up. The mass dampener module, and then research this because it's required, and then get the Hulu canteen and the oxygen tank. Boom. And you can see I have 100 spare Ren left over. But this is the fruits of my grinding, and it literally takes you, 15 minutes of just repeating that. Drop down, get back in your ship, leave. Do that about 20 times, and you'll be able to kick off your Icarus adventure with a really, really nice kit here and make your life so much easier. So let's drop into our open world here. I did make this test world. I literally did nothing in this world except for test my recordings. If there are any problems with my recordings, please let me know. I'm very new to this. But what we're going to do is call this Olympus Hard. We're going in on hard mode from the beginning. Let's claim this prospect. Let's get all of our gear here. That gave me the Armed and Dangerous achievement for some reason. That counted as equipping a full suit of armor, apparently, just adding a new envirosuit. So that's a glitch, I guess, to report to the developers. But there we go. We got our loadout. Let's load into Olympus. And the way that I'm going to progress, again, is trying to do it as quickly and efficiently as possible. I know this area very well, and there's a mission that you can do here very early on that will give you a free solar panel and multiple free solar panels if you do the mission item request. You can request a resupply to your mission items. So that's kind of my first goal, is get in here, start leveling up, start teching up, and get those free solar panels. That'll get us a really nice start here. So let's drop on in. Hard mode Icarus, Olympus map from the beginning. Alright, so like with every Icarus run, your first goal is going to be set up a simple sort of base, starter base. Let's check out our landing spot. So we're pretty close to this water source. What I think I want to do is move, it's probably like kind of right around here, the M11, N11 section. And we get an achievement for picking up a stick. Brand new fresh account, like I was saying. I haven't even picked up a stick yet. So everything is fresh. Get some berries here. A little bit of fiber going. A rock. And of course, the first things that we're going to be crafting are the axe and the pickaxe. Just gather a bunch of fiber and rocks and sticks. So we can just get off the ground here. And that should be good to craft our basic tools here. So let's craft the pickaxe and the axe. Let's take a look at our tech tree here. So we're going to want to definitely get the stone knife as soon as we can and the bone sickle as soon as we can. So we're going to need to work on leveling up. Now let's grab a bunch of stone here. I also want to get the bow. What I can do here is eat a berry. That'll give us a little bit of a stamina buff. It's another thing that you can do right out of the gate. Get your first food buff there. Okay, that's probably good for now. Let's get this bush. Chop this stick tree. Don't need coffee right now, but let's gather a bunch of fibers. Get this tree while we're here. And what I'm planning on doing with this fiber to get some experience. Oh, actually can't do that yet. What I want to do is craft bandages. So I guess the first thing I'm going to do once I level up is craft bandages, because that'll give us a nice little early source of experience. And help us level up a little bit faster here. We got our trees spazzing out, classic Icarus. Got this wood. I'm really missing my... There's a perk that you get later on in the game that instantly adds chopped wood into your inventory. Wood, for whatever reason, is the only resource in this game that doesn't get automatically added into your inventory. So that is a must-get perk, in my opinion. It is this one right here. Chopped wood is automatically added to your inventory, so we're definitely going to want to work towards that. We don't have any solo points yet. I think for now, let's increase our stamina. We're going to want to get more stamina for sure. But let's see here. So, I have 4 points. We're going to grab the bandage, the bone knife, and the bone sickle, and the wooden bow. Can't make arrows yet. We're going to need to level up a little bit more. If I can get lucky and like snag a rabbit or something, that would be useful for getting the bone sickle going. But again, for now, I'm just going to keep chopping up some logs. And then, like I said, spam craft a ton of bandages and then deconstruct those and recraft them. And that'll be a nice way to get some experience early on here. Keep on gathering, keep on shopping. And our bandages are complete. That was a deer. We are on hard mode, so we got to be, a little bit cautious here. Let's destroy that. Craft them up again. Let's craft up a knife. Oh, okay, so that's bad. We want to get away from him. We don't have a knife even to defend ourselves yet. Okay, we got the knife. I don't know if I want to press my luck fighting that guy quite yet, but maybe we give it a shot here. Maybe we give it a shot here. He is stuck on a tree currently. Oh, he's not stuck on a tree. Okay. Alright, we got the kill. It's a little dangerous, but we're fine. Let's grab all that. Let me fix my window here. My window got a little messed up. Oh, my knife broke pretty much instantly. Okay, so we got some bones. Now we can make the bone sickle. This is definitely something you want to craft very early on, especially if you're doing the bandage method like I am. This is going to multiply your gathered fiber significantly. So just swipe up as much of that as you can. Swipe up as much of that as you can for now. And get those bandages going. It's another 6 bandages. Get that XP. Another thing you can do for XP really early on is just chop down trees the first time the tree falls. You can see in the top left, that's 375 experience just from making the tree fall down. That's going to fall on me. Let's be careful about that. We did level up again. So, campfire, bedroll. Those are going to be must-haves, absolutely. What else do we want here? The oxide does... Oh. I heard a wolf. There it is. Oxide Dissolver, I believe, is tier 2. So we're a little whiles away from that. Yeah, tier 2. Which is level 10. But honestly, the Oxidizer, I would recommend just waiting to get the Oxide Dissolver. Oxidizer, you really don't need that much. Oh, I should have gotten stone arrows. I forgot to do that. Well, let's just level up again. Oh, we have a deer carcass here. Some more free bones. Get all this going here. ton of fiber here. We're going to be abusing the bandage system here. Getting a ton of experience from crafting our bandages. Let's go ahead and destroy. Let's keep one, I guess, just in case. Destroy these, get our fibers back, craft 14 more bandages. All right. So I do want to find maybe a little bit of oxide too. Grab the soybean. I do have a watermelon and a soybean. So we can get 3 buffs going. Well, the soybean only lasts 60 seconds, so I guess it's not even worth eating. But that watermelon will be nice. Tiny little buff. Okay, so we got some oxide. Snag that. Bandages are done. All this oxide, I think we'll start moving towards where we want to make our base, which is north of here. Let's just grab this whole rock. Okay. Let's consume and stick that in there. The other thing I forgot to do, foolishly, was grab our dropship equipment. I spent all that time grinding the mission to get our dropship equipment, talking about how nice of a start it's going to give us, and I forgot to take it out. So let's go ahead and do that. Take all this. Okay. And then slap this in there. This we can't use quite yet. But as you can see, this backpack is coming in handy. We got our mashed up dampener, so we're moving quick. Let's go fill up on water. So over at this little water source over here. Take a nice drink. That'll fill up our canteen automatically, so we're full on the water. We got a little bit of oxygen left. Let's go ahead and eat a berry and get back to chopping. Yeah, I absolutely love this game, if you couldn't tell. I'm excited to be starting absolutely fresh again and see how much smoother the experience is with a little bit of game knowledge. So we'll grab a little bit of the sulfur for once we get our oxide dissolver going. Sulfur is pretty heavy, so we don't want to take too much, maybe 30 or so. We'll call it good there. I might as well look at my talents again. Let's just max out our stamina for now. And then deconstruct our bandages again. And recraft them again. I guess I can get a bow. I can't exactly use it quite yet because I don't have any arrows. But once we level up once more, we'll go ahead and do that too. Okay, bandage is done. Again, as you can see, each bandage is 100 XP, which, you know, it's not a ton, but it's nice to have a little bit of experience going on in the background. So now that we got all of our gear, let's go ahead and move north into M11. Yeah, see what we can do over there. Go around this rock here. I do know that there's a nice amount of caves just in this area that we're in right now. Can't really do much with it yet, but good to keep in mind. This whole area is pretty easy to navigate, so coming back to this area won't be too big of an issue. But I do want to get set up in that M11 sort of area. It's close to the desert. It's close to a Arctic biome. There's a lot of good stuff in that area there. So we'll go ahead and get a little bit more oxide. Snag this up. You can see we're going through our oxygen pretty quickly, so we definitely want to focus on getting to level 10. Yeah, I kind of forgot how slowly you do level up in this game, so maybe I spoke too soon in saying that I won't get the oxidizer. I might end up just going for that, because the oxidizer will give you a little bit of oxygen. You can't fill up your oxygen tank. I do have my automatic sprint on, so I had to pause for a second there. Get some more berries, those are always useful. And then once again, let's do our bandages. Destroy, craft, all of that. We got our first storm coming in. Just some simple rain. There's a trick that you can do in this game where during a storm, if you're next to a rock like this, you can just kind of burrow a hole into the rock and then wait out the storm inside the rock. This might just be what I end up doing if my exposure gets a little out of hand. I'll find a rock. So there is this nice geyser here. In a recent update, they made it so that you can extract 2,000 units of water from a geyser for 1,000 power requirement, which is really nice. I definitely think I'm probably going to make use of that geyser. It's pretty close to where I want to build, which is just sort of right down there. Next to that lake. Or maybe I build up here. Who knows? This is kind of a nice view spot if I build on top of all these rocks here. Oh, we got a wolf coming in. Put our bandages to use. Okay. Fortunately, we were able to take him out. Level up to level 3. We're definitely going to get the bow this time. Let's repair our knife. Grab these bones. And get to our text tree. Get those arrows. Okay. Next. Definitely want to get cloth armor. That's going to be a huge help. Yeah, I think we work on cloth armor next. So let's deconstruct our bandages once more. We will keep 3 of them. And then check out our cloth armor situation. So we can make all 3 pieces. And it automatically equips, which is nice. Once we get all of the cloth armor crafted and equipped, we'll also get another movement speed bonus from that. I keep messing with my window here, which is a little annoying. I'm not quite sure how to avoid doing that. But let's go ahead, and I think it's about time we find a rock to hunker down in. That one looks promising. Let's whip out this pickaxe here, burrow a little hole into this rock, and get some shelter here. Okay, there we go. So we're just going to wait this out. The heavy part of the storm is coming in. While we're in here, let's get these bandages going again. Actually, let's craft a torch. Let's get that equipped, and then stone arrows. We're going to make 43 of them. Might as well. We're going to need them. Haven't crafted the bow yet. Cue that up. Alright. And then we'll repair our sickle. Get our bow in slot 3 maybe. And now we can do a little bit of hunting too. So yeah, this like sort of lakeside is where I want to build. It's pretty close to a nice array of caves. We have that geyser like right over here. And like I said, there's a desert biome up here. There's an Arctic biome over here. So there's a good variety of locations that we can travel to. I think we're okay for now. So we'll go ahead, snag this watermelon, eat a berry, eat a watermelon, and be on our way here. So, chop down this tree. A little bit of extra XP. Kind of a funny way for it to land right there. We're going to want to start thinking about making our first structure. That tree is scaring me. I'm underneath it, and I feel like it's going to fall down at any second. Like that, yes. Okay. Gather all this wood. And some more fibers. Got our lumber gatherer achievement there. And let's start working on a structure. So that will be our next level. We'll make our structure. Some carrots. And one of the faster ways to level, outside of just spamming bandages like that, is killing predators. They do give a lot of XP early on. So let's go find us that howling wolf. I don't think... Oh, I do have a talent point. Let's go ahead and do... We can do movement speed or stamina regen. Maybe let's just focus all on stamina early on. And then health, animal health bars is pretty far into progress. I think we need 6 total points invested before we can get that. So we will get that when the time comes. But for now, we're hunting the old-fashioned way. There is a deer, or a chamus over there. And that was a beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. Let's go ahead and harvest him. We are going to want a bone knife as well once we can make it. This knife just keeps breaking so quickly. I don't have any rocks left. Get some rocks. Yeah, the leveling up is definitely slow early on. I had not remembered exactly how slow it was. But yes, I do think I want to build next to this lake. I love building in nice scenic areas like this. The problem with building next to water is that even if you have like a creature deterrent, so later on in the game you can craft an item that prevents animals from spawning within its radius. You'll see when you place it, there'll be like a yellow circle showing the radius that it is preventing animal spawns in. But if you're next to water, even if animals do not spawn near your base, animals that spawn far away will come all the way over to the water to drink the water. And that includes vicious predators like wolves and bears. So your creature repellent is only so effective if you build next to water. But I love how the water looks, so we're going to do that. Snag this wolf. Good shot. But yeah, that's just something to keep in mind. If you build next to water, even if you build the item that prevents animals from coming near you, um, they will still come to drink the water. So keep that in mind. Alright, so I think it's time we just make maybe a little campfire. Get some of our meat cooking up. We'll just place it right here next to the water. We do have the recipe for the campfire, so we'll craft that up. Slap it down. And get some meat cooking. Let's just stick our wood in there, get our meat. Swap this so that the almost rotten meat cooks first. Okay. We'll just eat another berry. Alright. So, leveling. First order of business. What can we do to level? So, spamming resources, mining. Every chunk of oxide is giving me a good amount of XP. That's something you could do. You can see we just leveled up. Let's come over next to our fire here. Let's see what we can do here. So, wood-based building set, and then we'll finish off our cloth armor. So we need the head and the boots. We don't have anywhere near enough fiber, so let's go ahead and actually deconstruct these and then gather a little bit more. Gather all this up and get our headpiece and feet. All right. And that is a full set of cloth armor. We have an even faster moving character now thanks to that. You can see here 5% movement speed from that. So 10% movement speed from our module, 5% from this, and another 5%. So we're at 20% movement speed bonus. Straight out of the gate, level 4 character. Feels good. Feels good to be quick. Our meat is cooking up nicely here. But we can now craft a basic structure. So we'll get 8 of those. And now the question is, where do I build? Maybe it's kind of a nice open area next to this pond here. Maybe what I do eventually is have like a little bridge leading out into the center of this lake and build on top of the lake. That would be kind of nice. Have a lake base. But for now, we're gonna need more wood. Let's get this chopping. Get this going here. Gather all this up as much as we can. And that tree just evaporated. You'll see that. Oh, there it is. It flew over here. Okay, so all the branches are gone, but the wood is still here. Get all this wood. Gather her up. Very nice. And then, let's see, we have our 8 floors. Right now I was thinking just a basic 4x4. So 8 more of these. No, we don't have enough wood. Chop this thing. Wood is flying all over the place. Okay. Crafting. Let's get 8 of these. 8 of these going. And get that into our bar. Think about placing it down. So I do think I like this kind of spot right next to the water. So we'll go ahead and build a simple 2x2 right next to the water here. Let's grab this rock right here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Get our walls. We'll make this. Let's make the door facing here. this. We'll get a nice little window view out onto the lake, and then close her up. Alright, humble beginnings. We're going to need to mine that rock, but for now, feeling pretty good. We got a little structure down, have a nice view. Let's repair this pickaxe and get to cracking. We're going to need some storage pretty soon as well. I do have some talent points left. I don't know if that's enough to get to the large storage box. Oh no, we have talent points left, not tech points. Yeah, let's just finish off the stamina. We'll do another point here for more stamina. And work on breaking this rock down here. We can't make a door yet either, I believe. Can we? Oh, we can make a door. Okay. So they turned a bunch of the structures into building packs. I don't know if the door was always a separate thing, but now simply getting that one pack is enough. So just in time, feeling a little hungry. We got our meat going. So let's get those buffs up and running. Refresh our berry. We don't really need this carrot or soybean. Watermelon. Maybe we just let that, maybe we let it rot into spoiled plants. Because eventually we're going to want 5 spoiled plants to make a composter. Just having that on hand is always nice, not have to worry about it. Let's go ahead and crack through all the stone here. Yeah, I'm thinking we're actually going to have to get the oxidizer. I'll be back with you guys as soon as this rock is destroyed. Okay, almost done with this rock here. So as I'm breaking this down, I'm realizing that I also cannot craft the pretty much anything out of this rock. So I think for now, I'm just gonna make a stone pile, slap that down next to the base for now. That there. Maybe get the campfire out of our inventory. Put that in the corner here. Put some wood in there. And pretty much just in time for our first night, we need more fur. And they did recently make a change where oh, that wasn't enough to kill him. That was a headshot too. They made a change where these passive animals drop a lot more fur than aggressive animals. So I think that was the one I shot previously. Try and get him. These guys have a lot of health. Wow. Missed the headshot. Another stealth shot. That. How much health does he have? I've been chipping this guy away. And he is still sees me. And now my window is out of whack again. Yeah, so one of the problems on hard mode is that animals have a much, or I say problem, one of the difficulties of hard mode is that animals are able to see you and sense you much easier than they would on normal. I can't get the headshot on normal mode or easy mode. So it's much more difficult to sneak up on an animal. Okay, got the deer. Let's see if he gives us the 10 fur that we need. 12. Okay, perfect. Let's repair this. Get the rest of the bones. All right. So we have our bed and fire. Let's craft that up. Deploy it. Just put it over here for now. Set our spawn point. Get our fire. And sleep through our first night on Olympus. All right. Perfect. So, goals for today. Storage boxes. You need to be level 5 for the large box anyways. So, the next level... Once the balloon fills, you assume... Yeah. So my perspective on this game is changing completely. This item is so useless late on into the game. Once you've become level 10 and you've unlocked this, you never ever craft this ever again. But the prospect of having to constantly consume oxide until I reach level 10 is starting to become a little daunting. But basically, the wood hammer is something that we should definitely get. Bone knife. As far as like total requirements, I would say wood hammer, storage box. A bone knife is not completely a requirement, but it's definitely nice to have. So maybe we focus on the bone knife as well. But for now, maybe we cook this meat up, get that going. We can try and kind of use the campfire as a little bit of storage. It's for some things that we're not really going to need for a long time, like our spoiled plant. That spoiled meat. Leave it in there. And let's go off on a little bit of a jaunt. One thing that I could potentially do is kill cave worms. Which are aggressive creatures, which would give us some good experience. And you pretty much know exactly where they are at all times if you know where a cave is. We have another shot at headshotting this deer here. And that was a headshot, but not enough to kill. So I'm really feeling the lack of damage here. And the lack of being able to track him with health bars. I think that's him. I'm not sure if that was him. Could it be possible that he had that much HP left? I mean, we're on hard mode and we've hardly seen any wolves. I would like to just... Oh, speak of the devil, there's a wolf right there. I would like to be able to farm some wolves for XP. Wolves go down in one headshot, unlike the deers. Where did the body go? There it is. Go ahead and take that. Our knife is probably going to break doing this. Okay. So my thought was, you know, we farm aggressive creatures to level up, but they're just so few and far between at this point. I'm just going to start smacking rocks and try and level up that way. You can see it's going to be a slow grind. But we are going to need a lot of stone eventually. Once we upgrade our wooden buildings to stone buildings. Our tool broke. Let's repair that. We might as well repair this while we're here. Stamina. But let's take a look at the tech tree. We got 4 points from that. Definitely going to want the large wooden crate, or the medium wooden crate, I guess. It's going to be 2 of our points, but we'll do it. 2 points for that, wooden hammer, and I think we do bone knife. Yes, bone knife, let's do that. Okay. Bone knife. Where's the bone knife? This requires wood. Let's just chop down a tree. Get some experience for that. Get some wood. Gather that up. It's at times like these that I really miss the instant gather perk. That's definitely on my priorities. Let's go ahead and craft that bone knife. That's going to be really nice. We have plenty of bones to continue repairing it, so let's do that and retire the old stone knife. This requires, yes, just 1 bone to repair. I'll grab some oxite. As we are out of that as well. And then maybe what I do next is focus on leveling through tree chopping. Because felling trees gives you a good chunk of XP as previously discussed. So we'll hit back to our base. We'll build some storages. Oh, we have this partially chopped up oxide rock here as well. Grab this. Okay. Consume this, and then slap that in there. Okay. Now, some floating pebbles remaining from that big stone. Meat should be good. Let's put this in there. Grab this. And then, see what we need for this. We don't need anything. We can make it. So make that medium wood box. Let's get that down ASAP. All right. So this we're not going to be able to use for quite some time. All of our seeds we don't really need. Sulfur, stone. I think I heard a bear just now. That's a little concerning. We do have a respawn. It was either a bear or a deer. They sound fairly similar to my ears. Now we'll hold on to the leather that's used for some stuff. this. Let's just get rid of this for now. Let the watermelon spoil. Speaking of spoil, let's just take that and put it in here so we know where it is. Meat is completed. Turn that off for now. All right. Next order of business. Level up. We definitely are not equipped to take on a bear at this point, so we will be very cautious to avoid that. Fortunately, we have our 20% movement speed, so we should potentially be able to outrun a bear if it comes to it. Just be careful to conserve our stamina. There's a pronghorn right there. I'd like to get this kill. I cannot see his head. I can guess where it is. Not there. Not there. Okay, chase him down. Chase him down. Wherever he may have gone. Slinking through the woods here. That health bar skill is so valuable. I completely lost the pronghorn. Oh, there it is. Was it the level 6 one? If he holds still. Nope. Man, I need to work on my aim. That missed. Man, I'm not very good with this bow. Maybe we can... Okay, that was our chance. Man. I need to work on my headshots here. I call myself an Icarus veteran and I can't hit the bow headshots. There we go. So we'll get to see how much better our bone knife is at meat and skin. Not very much difference there. So I do know that there's a cave, I think right here. So let's go check that. Maybe we can get some worm kills, get a chunk of experience from that. The other thing that you can keep in mind is that jumping consumes less stamina than sprinting. Or maybe not at this stage actually, but once you unlock where is it? Plyometrics, minus 50% stamina consumed by jumping. You move much quicker spamming jump than you would simply sprinting across the ground. And we do have a nice little cave here. Let's see how effective our simple arrows are against these worms. Or we just go in with a knife. Okay, we're having some difficulties here. So you can't kill them with two slashes with the knife. So we can gather a little bit of iron, some XP. We don't want to contract a pneumonia if we can avoid it. But we won't be able to use this iron until we're level 10. But it'll be useful to have. Killing those cave worms was a nice little chunk of XP. We could get some coal to power our fires as well. Avoid having to use wood, but charcoal is also useful. So maybe we hold off on powering our fire with coal at this stage. Would have been nice to see some exotics in here. Go ahead and gather up 3 rocks worth. There are no bees in this cave either. I really haven't done too much with bees, so I think that's something I definitely want to do in this new playthrough. Just see what the bees are all about. Oh, we have a Tyrannus out there. Perfect. Double arrow to the head, +1 slash, and he's gone. Our bone knife broke. Let's just hit him with the axe. Okay. Repair that knife. Repair that axe. Oh, we don't have any stone. Never mind. Let's grab some stone. I don't know if that's I think that's another large Tyrannus. Right up there, yes. We'll be cautious about that. I'm hearing them all around me. I'm surrounded by horses. Let's be careful. This is repaired with a stick. I don't have any sticks. Might as well just top off all our tools. Everything is so cheap to repair at this stage that there's really no reason not to. We still have a lot of carry capacity, so I think we'll just gather as much iron as we can, stick it in our chest for once we're level 10. So once we're level 10, we can do the crafting bench, the anvil, pretty much everything we need. Gather a little bit of coal here too. There's level 6, very nice. So mining is definitely seeming to be the most reliable way to level up at this stage. I think we'll be able to fit this in our inventory without becoming overburdened. Alright, let's head back to our base over here. Oh, we got a wolf. That's some XP right there. Oh, it's hard to see. Alright, get our arrows back. Yeah, wolves are nice because they always come to you and they give decent experience. Oh, there's another one. Okay. We are in the clear. Alrighty. Let's head on back to our base, deposit our goods. I heard a bear. Let's not go over there. Oh. I am... That was a headshot. Okay. Yeah, we're going to need a better bow that does more damage because a stealth headshot is not enough to one-shot these deer. Let's go ahead and dump all this stuff in here. Let's cook this meat up. We're going to need it. Let's eat this and this. Consume this. Put that there. So we have a decent amount of leather and bones as well now, thankfully. Let's take just a little bit of this and this to have in our inventory. And to take a look at our tech tree here. So I've decided to hold off on the oxidizer. It's a waste of a tech tree point. We're going to be fine without it. I will make the suture kit in case we have any bear encounters. And I think for now, that's everything I want in Tier 1. I will save the rest of my points for Tier 2. Take a look at our talents. We have 3. Oh, we also have solo points that we can look at. Stamina regen. Let's do maximum stamina. And then maybe movement speed. We have the stamina regen. Yeah, I think movement speed. Again, being able to flee from a bear is an absolute priority. So yeah, early on I would absolutely recommend prioritizing stamina, movement speed, stamina regen. That'll make your life so much better, so much easier. Farming resources, not having to wait for your stamina bar to refill is a godsend. All right. Let's just take one more look at the tech tree and see. Okay, so once we hit level 10, we'll make the crafting bench, oxide dissolver. We don't need the oxygen bladder or the water skin because we went ahead and prepared our gear for just such an occasion. We'll definitely want the anvil, iron tools, stone furnace, contact device, orbital exchange. There's so much to do in Tier 2. Tier 2 is really when this game kicks off. And I am here for it. For now, let's just gather a bunch of wood. Get ready to level up. All right. Now we've been neglecting our bandage strategy for a little while, so maybe we can do that for a bonus experience as well. There are a ton of fibers. Just an absolute ton of fibers. Get these sticks. And let's get to crafting. Bandages. Oh, we do actually want some suture kits. Let's make 3 of these. And then the rest we'll put into bandages. $300 XP per tree here. It's always nice. $100 XP per bandage. Alright, bandage is complete. Let's deconstruct and recraft. That tree, that piece of wood just fell through into the ether. Let's never forget it. Chopping tree also gives us 100 XP per chop, which is nice. Gathering wood and chopping wood and gathering stones, I think is... This gives 39 XP per chop. It's not bad. We're going to need a lot of stone eventually. I think just balancing your activities like this, just playing the game, and supplementing it with little tricks like the bandage thing is going to be your best bet for leveling. We're going to need more iron as well, so maybe we go back to that cave and get all the iron that we can. Stick all this in here. Maybe we keep a little bit, actually. This box is already filling up. I don't think we're going to need these seeds for a long time. Berry seeds we're definitely not going to need. these fiber seeds. We have 181 of them. You want to keep seeds if you have large stacks of them because you can craft um, animal feed out of it, which is going to be useful. We're a little limited on space, so let's make another large chest here. Deploy that. It's right on top. Stick all our wood in there. We'll keep a little bit in our inventory as we need it. I think that is good. Turn this off for now and then head back to that cave. Get the rest of the iron. Maybe kill some wolves along the way. I'm not sure if sprint jumping is more efficient without plyometrics. In fact, I think it is not more efficient. I think just sprinting normally when you don't have plyometrics is a better use of your stamina. So we'll just go ahead and sprint normally. See if we can find this wolf. Nice little howl there. Show us your face. Give us a nice target to hit. How kind of you. These worms may respawn. Okay, it looks like they haven't respawned yet. Let's go ahead and gather up some iron. Hope we don't contract pneumonia, 'cause that would be devastating. There's level 7. There's 3 more levels. So yes, we're definitely going to want iron tools. You will require steel tools. I won't be able to, for example, take this platinum ore until I have a steel tool at the minimum, I believe. So we can tech tree our way up to, platinum tools, steel tool. We'll just do everything, I think. Some people recommend skipping like iron tools, or not iron, skipping platinum tools. I'm just sticking with steel up until you get titanium, which is viable. But for this playthrough, I kind of want to touch a little bit of everything. We'll do it the most efficient way possible, but I think not wasting your time working with suboptimal tools maybe isn't the best use of your time. So I'm also noticing there's literally 0 copper in this cave, which is a huge letdown. We're definitely going to need copper to make the carpenter's bench. We're going to need copper nails for a few things. Our pick broke. Let's repair that. I should have maybe brought a ramp or something to make this a little less inconvenient. But yeah, we're going to need to find another cave with copper in it, so we can make some copper nails. We're almost maxed out on weight. We're losing our food buffs. Don't know. Yeah, let's just leave it there. Eat our food. Replenish our buffs here. And head on back once more. Remembering not to waste our stamina without plyometrics like that. That is just a total habit, having played so much of the game with... Wow, there's a bees right there. which means there's a beehive around here somewhere. Where might that be? Where is this beehive? I'm not seeing it. Beehives spawn in like dead-looking trees as well as in caves. So I've not seen a dead tree around here. I'm not sure where those bees came from. We'll have to do a little bit of a search for that because we definitely want to get that honey up and running. That'll be a nice food source for us. Get all of our iron and coal in here. Yeah, and we're going to want to find another cave. I do think that, like, I think there's a cave here. It's on the other side of the... Oh, there's the bees still aggro on me. There's another cave on the other side of this lake. So maybe we check that out after we investigate the bee situation over here. Oh, that's a rabbit. Never mind. Let's go check out the cave. Quick jaunt to the other side of the lake here. And along this rock wall should be... Yes, this is a cave. We're gonna have to crack our way into it. Take a little while here. Already got a little bit of a view inside. Okay, there we go. I'm seeing gold, which is nice. Don't know if there's any copper in there. I don't think I see any copper yet. Wait for our stamina to replenish here. Kind of came at this at a bad angle. I can't quite get in. Have to open this up to the right a little bit. It's a little annoying. Okay, nope, not quite. Not quite. There we go. Okay, where are the worms? There's a copper right there. Okay. So we do have some copper, which is very nice. Let's grab all of that. We're already approaching level 8, which is great. A nice little storm coming in. Good thing we researched the hammer. Grab that. Gold we can't do anything with until we have the better furnace. Which I think is tier 3, if I remember correctly. Okay, so there's all the copper. Might as well grab a little bit of iron here. Nice little howling storm outside. Level 8. Beautiful. Some iron. Don't want to proc pneumonia, so maybe I step outside the cave just for 1 second. see how the storm's looking. Reset our pneumonia thing. Okay. There's no coal in this cave. Let's keep on trucking here. Repair this boy. We have a little bit of weight left. Might as well just get a couple scraps of iron. Alright, let's head back. We're going to need to be repairing for sure here. Try and beat the... Oh, that was a wolf. I think we can outrun it with our movement speed here. Oh, maybe not. Oh. He is juking me all around the universe. Alright, you're gonna get knifed. Oh, he's not dead. Okay. Fortunately, I didn't get an injury there, and my knife didn't break during the fight. Okay, something's on me. It's another wolf. We're in a little bit of trouble if we can't repair our knife here. Let's try and get on top of this rock. Ow. Okay, here we go. Nope, the hit stun. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let's repair this knife. You mess with the wrong guy. Alright, the red storm is almost here. Very inopportune timing. Let's head back. Our structure is probably taking some damage. Fortunately, there's no trees around here to fall. Let's get this hammer. And let's keep an eye on our durabilities here. Get our meat in the fire going. Okay, that wasn't too bad of a storm. The red section was fairly short, fortunately. Our roofs looking pretty much untouched. Okay. So that was eventful. Quite eventful. We are low on a number of things. Well, let's put our stone... let's put everything that's not like ore related into the other box. Okay. Cool. So we are going to need some oxygen. I don't remember seeing any more oxide in the immediate vicinity. All these trees are falling down. That'll be some free wood. Is this oxide? There is oxide right here. Snag this up. Maybe I should have a backup bone knife, because that was a little bit of a hairy situation without a weapon. Okay. We got that. Let's go back inside for a sec here. Turn off our light. Consume. Put that in there. Okay. Get our berry back too. Let's repair our knife. Yeah, let's take 36 bones. Let's take 10 wood. 36 of those, I guess. Let's take a little bit more wood. Maybe a little leather. Okay, repair. It takes 1 stick to repair, might as well. It's pretty much free. Oh yes, I forgot another option for food is just fish chunks. So I can just kill this fish here, grab some fish chunks. I think you can grill up the fish chunks. I believe, yes, you can fry the fish chunks, okay. Oh, but it's very weak. So, 75 health, 20 health regen. This is 75 health, 10 stamina regen. Oh, that's actually not too bad. It's a balance to the meat. And I'm not sure if fish stacks separately. Let's get rid of that and just see. Oh yeah, fish is its own buff category. So that's something else to keep in mind. Is fish as a food source, especially if you're next to a water body, like I am currently. That's a nice, easy way of getting some food. So if you don't know, you can have 3 separate food buffs. That was a deer, I think, not a bear. I'm not going to be too scared by that. If it's a bear, we're in trouble. We will be in trouble if it is a bear. But let's just get all this wood. Can here. Get some experience. Keep clicking outside of my window. Maybe I need to have a better setup, I think, than the current way I'm doing this windowed mode. Yeah, the window keeps getting resized. Got another lumber gathering achievement. We are pretty stacked on wood now. Just dump all that in here for the time being. And maybe we look into expanding our structure a little bit. We're in quite the cramped quarters currently. Once we start building our crafting benches and all of that, we're going to need some more space. This is what I was talking about earlier about animals coming to the water. Okay. Stealth headshot plus another body shot is not enough. Okay. A stealth body shot, a normal shot, and a stealth headshot is what it takes to kill a level 2 deer at this stage. Let's stay on top of preparing this. Okay, so we're going to need some pillars as well. That's something else to keep in mind. Got all this wood. And I resized my window again. I am sorry. I'm very new to this whole recording thing, so please forgive any issues like the window being resized and audio unbalances. Just let me know in the comments if you have any recommendations on how to improve the experience of this. I do plan on making more edited versions of the playthrough in the future. I think this first episode is going to be pretty much just raw, unedited gameplay for the most part. But as I get a little bit more experience under my belt, I definitely want to practice editing it a little bit more, making it a little bit more pleasing to watch, a little bit quicker to watch, so you're not sitting through a whole hour-plus long unedited chunk of footage. But let's get some more pieces here. Let's think about doubling our size. So we're going to need more fiber. Get a bunch of that here. Ton of fiber around these parts. That's one of the great parts of starting in the woodlands. That wood and fiber and all that is just so abundant. Okay, so that should be fine. Let's get another 8 of these, and then another 6 walls. Don't have enough of something. Let's just chop this, all this wood. Okay. Novice wood builder, nice. So we're gonna need 6 more walls. Okay, it was wood that we were short on. Okay. We're probably gonna need some pillars actually to support this thing. So let's get some more wood out of our storage here. Wood, fiber. Let's say 6 pillars. And then let's start putting it down here. This hammer we can leave there for now. Pillars. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just build a nice long tofu-like structure here for the time being. We get another window on this side. We can see out into the wilderness. And we'll just make this a wall. Okay. We have some spare walls, which is nice. We'll go ahead and place down these pillars for some support. On this side here. Get one in this corner. We have 2 left. Just get the 2 corners here. All the way up the side of the wall. Okay. Nice basic wooden structure here. This will get the job done for a while. We're definitely going to want to upgrade to stone when we can. I do have some talent points to spend. I think we work towards plyometrics next, maybe. That'll really make our lives easier. The other thing that you want to work towards is other stamina bar. So I can do the health monitor in the next 2 points. I can do the health monitor. So yeah, I think I do plyometrics and then I work towards the lumbering skill maybe. I do want the health, oxygen consumption. Okay, so plyometrics. Because this food consumption, I could have done food consumption into plyometrics, but I think I'm eventually going to want to max out the health, maybe. We're definitely going to want to get the biome masters as well. That's another movement speed bonus plus, you know, resistances to the temperatures. But for now, I think the next thing I'm working towards is this. We have a busy, busy street out here. Okay. Next order of business, level 10, as always. Next order of business is the same order of business. Ooh, that was interesting. I'm just going to grind out some rocks, grind out some trees, grind out some hunting, and try and get this level. Yeah, I consumed a stack on accident there. We will consume this berry. We'll get this meat cooking. Might as well stick a bunch of wood in there. And then we got a wolf. That he kind of stuttered. He's kind of stutter stepping on me here. Straight out of the NFL draft. Oh my window. Oh my window. Oh my window. Yes, that was a big chunk of experience. That's level 9. So yeah, I think hunting aggressive animals is probably like the fastest way to gain experience. Wolves in particular, because they're easy to kill. Plentiful and very insignificant of a threat. I also need some oxide, as always. Once we hit level 10, that problem will go away very quickly. Okay, let's consume, stick it in there, and see if we can find some wolves. There's a Chimos. Not sure where it went. I hear a wolf. I hear you. Question is, where is the wolf? I have not seen any bears yet. Interestingly. Playing on hard mode, you'd think you'd see some bears. Considering they're supposedly spawning at a much higher rate. Oh. Okay. Looks like we're going in. Okay. I think this counts as an aggressive creature, but it didn't seem to give me as much experience as a wolf. Oh, there goes our... I think we just axe the bones for now. The durability is so low on that knife. Maybe I could use a dead body to attract some more wolves and, you know, aggressive creatures. I keep hearing wolves, but I'm not seeing them. Oh, there he is. Okay. Yeah, see, that's 2,000 experience for killing a wolf. That's ridiculous. So, I think wolf hunting is probably our best bet here. I do have 1 point in plyometrics now, so I could be... Yep, the difference is significant. I think I heard bees. Maybe I'm hearing things. I'd love to find those bees. Oh, that's a moa. We can't tame a moa yet. We don't have... Again, that's level 10 stuff, but it's nice to know that they spawn this close. Not too far from our base. I would rather be encountering wolves, though. We're not really encountering much of anything. Kind of a nice, peaceful, quiet day on Icarus. So here's that cave. There should be... Where was the cave? Over here, I think. No. I can't remember where the cave was. Oh, there's a wolf, I hear. There should be bees somewhere in this area. That's where the cave is. And that's where the wolf is. I'm hearing them all over the place. I'm not seeing them. Oh, there's one right there. 2,000 experience, please. Okay. Let's see if I can use this body to bait out the other wolves. Oh, that's not a wolf. Let's repair that. We'll use the Tyrannus body. Okay, he didn't give me the meat. Oh, that's wasting durability. Nothing seems to be getting drawn by this corpse here. I know that I heard multiple wolf. Oh, that looks like the bees right there, actually. Let's get this. Okay. Get this. Nice. Got some bees. Not enough to craft a hive quite yet. Repair this again. These worms, I think, will respawn at this point yet. The worms are only 500 experience, though. And there goes my window. I'm very sorry. I don't know why it's not locking my cursor into the game here. Grab this. We are so close to level 10. that was my goal for this first mission, for this first episode rather, was hit level 10. This game, I'm sure if you played it or if you're new to it, you'll come very quickly to the realization that this game is quite a grind. I, in particular, love the grind. I think it's fun. I enjoy it, and I'm very excited to be starting from scratch all over again. I think it's going to be a lot of fun building up, doing missions again. But until you have progressed your character's blueprints to a certain point, the progression is quite slow. So we're going to need to reach tier 2 before we reach tier 3, before we reach tier 4, but we will get there eventually. Okay, there's that iron. Oh, there's iron outside of the cave. I don't think I've ever seen this in my 100 hours of playtime. That was very nice that we found those bees. We're going to need to find more. But if we can get that honey going, which actually honey is also a tier 3 item, I believe. Tech tree, tier 3. Or maybe it's tier 2. Or maybe, oh yes, it's tier 2. Okay. So again, level 10 item. We are close to bees, we are close to the workstation, we're close to the oxide dissolver, not having to worry about consuming stacks of oxide anymore. We're very close to a nice state of progression here. Let's get all this in here. Let's get our bee honey in there. We also have worker bees. Let's just stick that in there for now. Get the bees in here. How's our meat looking? We're good. We have 12 more meat to cook up. Let's get some wood in there. Replenish our buffs. And go find those wolves that are howling. Should be, maybe, approaching the water. Yes. And there we go, level 10. Absolutely beautiful. Crafting bench. You love to see it. You love to see it. All right. We are ready. We have been preparing for this day. Something is coming out of the woods. Let's make sure it's not a bear. Doesn't seem like it. Okay. Crafting bench. What do we need? Crafting bench. Anvil. Oxide dissolver, stone furnace. Iron pickaxe, iron axe, iron knife. Iron hammer, iron sickle, I want, but maybe we wait. Mortar and pestle, longbow. We definitely want flint arrows, but that's level 15. Oh, we can tame the moa. That will be huge. We're gonna need the textiles bench. What to prioritize here? I think getting a moa will be a huge help for us. Flint arrows is level 15. could do iron sickle, iron hammer. Contact device and orbital exchange are also tempting. Doing simple missions is always an option for experience. Some of the simple missions can be a little annoying. Maybe we hold off a little bit on that until we at least have flint arrows. Herbalism bench. Tier 3 is when we get the machining bench, I believe, right? So, I mean, we don't really need epoxy or really any of that until we're into Tier 3. The lantern is level 15. Oh, the kitchen bench. Can we make that? Carpentry bench is level 15. Where's the cooking station? Is that Tier 2? Cooking station, yes. There's so much. There's so much. Cooking station. Man, I'm conflicted. I mean, I do want the iron sickle and hammer as well. I could have held off on the mortar and pestle. I think we go for the moa. Let's get the moa. That will make life so much easier. And then we have 2 more points. We could go crop. Well, if we're going to be doing moas, we're definitely going to need that. And then I think maybe the iron sickle or iron hammer or the cooking station. It's always so difficult. Just hold on that for 1 second. Let's make our crafting bench. Crafting bench requires some more stone and leather. Leather we have, stone we have. Okay, crafting bench. Beautiful. Then we can get our furnace and our anvil. Deploy this beautiful thing. Let's deploy it right here by the door. Actually, maybe right here. Crafting bench. So, stone, leather, stone, oxide dissolver, furnace. Absolutely wonderful. This is great. This is great. We have made some serious progress here. I'm very excited to finally be out of the age of suffering into the age of success. Let's just put this right here. Let's get this right here. We'll rearrange things if we need to. But for now, let's get some of this cooking. I think what am I hearing? Get all this meat. We are stacked on meat. We have our iron cooking. I think I'll save a little bit of it in case we need. We'll take this out. Let's get our oxygen tank filled once and for all. Let's go find some oxide. I think that will be where we end our first episode. Made it to level 10. Wasn't the fastest it probably could have been. That is definitely a bear that I just heard. Let's not go in that direction. Maybe not the most efficient, but I do think knowing kind of what you need. There are some tips and tricks that you can do, like the bandage crafting, chopping down trees to get that extra bonus, hunting wolves. There are ways to try and progress a little bit quicker. And definitely one of the quickest ways, once we can make it, is get that contact device up and do some simple missions that give us an absolute load of experience. As does getting 2,538 experience for every wolf that you kill. But I am now kind of struggling to find oxite, which is a little concerning this early on into the playthrough. There's a second rock here. These 2 rocks should be enough to fill our tank, I believe. A full stack of 50 plus a little bit. Wonderful. Let's head on back. We'll let our plyometrics do a little bit of work here. Oh, speaking of plyometrics, actually, let's go ahead and max that out. There's another wolf for me. Okay. Grab that up. Wonderful. Plyometrics time. Now this is so much more efficient. You can just move at top speed as long as you like with the plyometric skill. Absolutely great. 100% recommend getting it. Oh, there is... Oh, that is absolutely beautiful to see. That is huge. Literally right next to my base is a copper deep vein. That will be a massive benefit to this playthrough. That is going to be so helpful. But for now, I have another wolf coming up. Another 2,000. Oh, that's 2,500. Grab that. Chop them up. Wonderful. Get back into the base. Check on our iron. We have 28. Not quite enough for the... Not quite enough for the anvil quite yet. Let's watch this. Oh, that's wonderful. We don't have to worry about oxygen anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, oxygen is no longer a problem. I'm pleased to report that oxygen is no longer a problem. Storage is a little bit of a problem. Let's just put our wood in this bottom one, I guess. Wooden sticks. Everything else can go up here. Bones. I'll take some of that for crafting purposes. We are firing on all cylinders. We got our oxygen or our ore smelting. We're gonna have this anvil bench, textiles bench. Oh, this is making me want that iron hammer. This is making me want that iron hammer right now. We're living out of wood structures until we can get the masonry bench, which is level 15. Let's go ahead and do the iron hammer. Get our wooden hammer out. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need some wood to repair that hammer with. Let's get ready for severe winds. I think everything is at max durability currently. This is about to expire. Let's go ahead and eat. Get our buffs back. We are almost out of arrows as well. So maybe we make some more of that. Crafting. Arrows take fiber. Okay. Let's make 37 more arrows. Repair this. Repair this. We got our 40 irons. 10 stone, and we got it. Whoa. This chest is taking damage. Why is this chest taking damage? That's concerning. This chest is taking damage. Why? Why is this chest taking damage? That's not good. That's not good. Let's take all this. Let's pick this up. That was not good. Nothing else randomly taking damage. So maybe you can't stack chests on top of each other like that anymore? We need 10 stone. Just take 50 out. Get this going. Things are looking a little rough out here. We're gonna wait right before the heavy winds. No, maybe we just do it now. In preparation for the heavy part of the winds, we're gonna start repairing. Things are about to get a little hairy. What do we need for the iron hammer? Let's get this down. Iron hammer, 10 iron bars. Do we have that? Yes, we do. Let's just make that right now. Meh. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. Famous last words, but I think we'll be fine. Okay, here comes the big one. Here comes the big one. Alright. It's here. It's here. Just stay on top of our repairs. Make sure none of our crafting benches are taking damage. This chest, that was damaged from before. My window got out of hand again. It's fine. It's fine. We're almost done. Oh yeah, we are fine. We are just fine. This took a little damage there. Alright, made it through the bad part. Beautiful. And we didn't even need the iron hammer, so let's make the iron pickaxe then. Iron axe requires nails. I'll make some nails, 1 bar of nails. This requires some more wood. 12 iron bars will be enough to get both of those tools. Okay. Stay on top of our repairs here. The hammer broke, let's repair that. Alright. So we need wood. Then we can get the axe and the knife. And the longbow. Do I have any more? Oh, I do, yes. I'm going to make some flint arrows. I believe that's leather. Oh, I don't have. Oh, I haven't researched them. They're level 15, aren't they? Yes. Okay. So we're gonna have to wait on the flint arrows a little bit. You have a solo point. We're gonna work towards this. Our next solo point, we're gonna be getting that 100%. We have our oxygen. It's not completely full, but it's looking good. That is a beautiful thing to have oxygen. All right. How are we looking on our tools here? We have the knife, axe, longbow, and we can make the hammer. We can make the hammer, no problem. That is absolutely beautiful. So we'll get these tools slotted up. Longbow, iron pickaxe. I don't have the iron sickle researched yet, but that feels good. We are iron. We are in the Iron Age. And I'm feeling good. I think that was a very, very productive first episode. We got our iron tools. We got our level 10 character. We got our longbow. We're ready to tame a Moa. I think that will be it for today's episode. Until next time, everybody, thank you for watching.